You're booking a cruise, you want to have a good time, but you know you don't want to blow your budget. So let's talk about 5 cruise hacks that you can't afford to miss. Hey, welcome back to Cruise Savvy. Today we're going to talk about money-saving tips for cruisers. I know, you guys have it all figured out if you're those veteran cruisers, but some new cruisers, they don't know what they don't know. And even if you're a veteran cruiser, sometimes a refresh is helpful. Sometimes you just forget about these things. So we're going to have a quick video today, and I'm going to talk about 5 tips that really, if you're traveling on a budget or you just want to cut cost in one area so you can put your money towards maybe an excursion or something that you typically wouldn't normally do on a cruise, stick with me. We're going to go through that now. So let's talk about when to book your cruise. A couple things. Did you know there's another really good time to book your cruise? It's like Black Friday, but it's called wave season. This is one of the best times for cruisers to get promotions and the lowest rates possible. During this particular time, cruise lines are rolling out free upgrades, onboard credits. Some even include their drink packages if you're flexible on your dates. Now, keep an eye on Cruise Savvy's alerts to snag up some of these deals. And another little tip, if you're not in any hurry to book your cruise, look for those release dates when those cruises are coming out. In other words, right now you're booking through 2026 on most cruise lines. If you're interested in booking at the end of 2026 or into 2027, you're most likely going to get a better rate on those sailings. So book now, put that down payment down, and trust me, when that time comes, you're going to be paying a lot less than somebody that just booked within that 6-month window of sailing. If you've been around for a while, you know that choosing your right cabin for your budget is very important. Now, most of the time you're out exploring the ship, or you're on an island, you're at your port of call, whatever that case is, you're not in your room. The only time you come back to your room most of the time is to change your clothes, take a quick shower, and get ready for dinner or go to bed. And you're back out the door again. You're really not in the cabin that much, so is it really worth paying hundreds and thousands of dollars for some of these upgraded cabin choices? Maybe it is, maybe it's not, but if you're traveling on a budget, it probably isn't. Consider booking that interior cabin. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but it's still going to give you full access to most of the amenities on the ship. You're not going to get the suite lounge. You're not going to get maybe a specialty restaurant that's included with a suite or things like that. But you're getting the same amenities as if you would book a balcony room. Now, if views are important to you, you need to be able to see outside. Compare prices on an ocean view versus a balcony, or call your travel agent and have them look into it, because sometimes with their group rates, they're going to get you a balcony room at the same price as an interior cabin. If you're learning anything today or you're just enjoying the content, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That way we can keep you informed on all things cruising. BYOB, if allowed. Most cruise lines allow you to bring your own beverages. Now, it's not a lot. You can't bring cases of things, but you can bring a small amount of non-alcohol and alcoholic beverages on your cruise. For example, Carnival permits each guest to bring a regular bottle of wine or champagne. And this simple tip can save you a lot of money, especially if you're traveling with family. The next thing that's going to save you some money, and it's a great hack, especially for new cruisers, I can't stress this enough. Those specialty dining options that you see that they're promoting, that everybody talks about, they're not necessary. You can take a cruise and not step foot in one of those specialty dining because the main dining room offers great food. Is it gourmet food? No, but it's good food. You can also go to the buffets that have a variety of food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In addition, there's always additional complimentary eateries throughout your ship. Take a look at your ship's complimentary dining options, but I'm telling you, you do not need a specialty dining option. I cruised probably for 10 years before I started specialty dining, and I only did that because we had a special occasion. And then once I did that and started the channel, we wanted to, get a feel for what's out there for you guys. Now, if I was cruising by myself and I didn't have to report back to anyone else, I don't think I would do specialty dining, or maybe just one. But if you're trying to travel on a budget or you have a family that's coming with you, that can get very expensive. So stick with the complimentary dining on your cruise line, and you're going to maximize your dollars that you can spend elsewhere. Let's talk about excursions. DIY excursions, to be exact. What do I mean by that? I mean, don't book your excursion with the cruise line. There are many independent excursion companies out there that guarantee that they will get you back to the ship in more than enough time. So you don't have to worry about missing your ship. And their prices are significantly less than what your cruise line is charging. On top of that, they typically have a lower amount of people that are taking on this excursion. So it might just be small groups. It might even be just you and your family. You're not being put on buses with hundreds of people or standing in line with hundreds of people. It is delightful. I was always so afraid to book elsewhere. I always booked with the cruise line. And then this year I started doing independent excursions, and it was brilliant. It worked out perfectly. Do your research. Most of these companies guarantee they get you back to the ship, and if for some reason something happens and you don't make it, they will pay for you to get to the next port of call so you're able to get back on the ship. I did this recently. I went to Mr. Sancho's and we took an Uber. We did it completely ourselves, really. I mean, we booked Mr. Sancho's online because it was a lower price, but we got off the ship. We hopped in a cab, which was $10 a piece. We shared it with another couple. We knew what time our cruise ship wanted us back. So we just made sure that when we left Mr. Sancho's, we knew how long it took to get from Mr. Sancho's to the cruise ship. And I always add an hour or two because I like to be back well in advance. I am not going to be one of those pier runners. If you know, you know. I'll show you here. There are people that are literally running to get back on the ship. I don't want to do that. I want to be back on the ship, already showered, changed, and sitting, somewhere where I can watch us leave the port because I really enjoy to do that. But don't be afraid to book your excursions outside of the cruise line. But if you do, I understand. I've been sailing since the 90s and I just started doing this, so I get it. But if you do book through the cruise line, make sure you're getting it on sale. Don't wait until you get on the ship and book it. Get it on sale during Black Friday or any other time they're publishing sales. The best sales, I would say, are if you see something that's 25 to 35% off, maybe even higher if you have a loyalty program, then go ahead and book it. Otherwise, these DIY excursions and through other companies at that port of call offer you many times the same experience, the same exact excursion, except at a much lower cost. So let's do a quick review. We want to book during wave season to get the best price and the best promotions other than waiting for Black Friday. Also, choose the right cabin for your budget. Bring your own beverages, maximize the included dining, and book your excursions independently. I hope these 5 money-saving hacks help you today or help you with your next cruise, and you're able to take your entire family on one of these beautiful ships that we've all been raving so much about. Drop me a note below if you have done any of the things that I've mentioned today to help you save a little money on your next cruise or on your upcoming cruise. If you're a new cruiser and you're still having questions, put it in the comment below. I do my best to answer questions. If I don't, I am sure there's somebody here in this cruise savvy community that would be glad to answer your question for you. And until then, happy sailing.